So we finally made it to Arches National Park. When you drive down Highway 191, you think, what is so special about this? Until you get to the area where Arches is. And you see these amazing rock formations. Here's our campsite. Belle's set up with Beast. And we have a beautiful view behind us. And we have a beautiful view in front of us. So we're camped here at Devil's Garden Campground in the National Park. You don't get anything except your pad and a picnic table. There's no water, there's no dump station, there's no electricity. So we came down a few campsites past where we're camped, and we have a bathhouse. Yay! At least we have a bathroom. And you have a water spigot here for drinking water. Do not fill RV water tanks from water spigot, but you can fill a dromedary bag or something like that. So this is our first night here at the Arches, and we had some dinner, and now we're going to check out some of the different things. And just down the road from our campground is a hidden arch that's just not one of the main arches, but we're going to walk back here in the sand to see how close we can get to this arch. The sand is crazy because all of this is sandstone. This is all sand eroded from the stone here in Arches. Hey, along this area they have signs where you're not supposed to go up the dunes because they're trying to restore that and they don't want it eroded. But if you come this way, you're going to get to the best view of this arch anyway. So we're going to come right around the corner of this tree, and there it is. So here you are with Mike and Liz.
Hello.
Hello. And Ron. And I'm Sandy. We're the Back Road Wanderers, and we are headed off on our first trail at the Arches National Park in Utah. The Arches is an amazing place. I think everyone should come here sometime in their life, so put it on your bucket list. The topography is amazing, and the rock formations change with the light. Everywhere you look is different than it was the day before. So today we're going to start with the Broken Arch Trail. So this trail is a loop trail, or you can just hike it out and back. Round trip on the Broken Arch Trail is 1.4 miles. If you take the Sand Dune Arch, it's another 2.1 miles. Does that make sense? No.
It's total
2.1 miles round trip. So this is the beginning of the trail to Broken Arch. We're walking in sand. We are in the desert after all. The majority of the plants here at Arches is black brush, and black brush is something that the mule deer eat. Mule deer will eat just about anything that's here, and they are well adapted for survival up here. We are on the Colorado Plateau, this whole area of Utah and part of Colorado, named after the Colorado River. And the mule deer are very populous here, and they are survivors because they are built and evolved to survive in this kind of a climate. We are at a sign that says Tapestry Arch to the left, and Broken Arch, which is the trail we're going to take eventually, is to the right. So we're heading left to view Tapestry Arch. One of the reasons we decided to stay at Devil's Garden Campground instead of one of the camping resorts or RV parks outside of the park was so that we would have easy access to the trails, easy access to see the rock formations. I think we go to the right.
I think so too. That seems to be where all the footprints are.
Okay, so we are following footprints.
I don't see any cairns to tell us which way to follow.
Right, that was an interesting thing on the sign. Mike just mentioned that instead of trail signs or blazes on the trees, since there are no trees, the rangers have placed cairns built of rocks so that you will know which way to go on the trail. So we think we found the arch cut into the rock over there. So now we turned off onto the trail that takes us to the broken arch. It's a lot like the other trail through this nice soft sand. And we're heading over to Broken Arch. Once we get there, we have to climb through the arch to pick up the rest of the trail that will take us to, I think, Sand Dune Arch. And then eventually that leads us right back to the campground loop. So we've come up to where the arch is, getting closer to the arch. It's hard to find where the trail goes. This way maybe. No? Maybe we have to go up the rocks. So I think this is the path, because I think this is a cairn.
Yeah, it's a pile of rock.
Well, because there's another one right up here. Okay, this is it. Here's our path.
Well, you have to have good ankles.
Yeah, it looks like going down the downhill slope on the cross.
So we're going to come up here and hit Broken Arch. Hiking in the desert along the trails is very different than what we're used to. We're used to seeing a path cut through the forest with the trees on either side. This is very much cut into the rock, and you're not quite sure where you are. I'm going to take a break here in the shade. Okay, so we passed this beautiful rock formation, which we thought might be Broken Arch, but apparently we were mistaken because there's no arch.
Goalpost arch.
Broken, or otherwise Ron calls it the what?
Goalpost.
Okay, the goalpost arch. And the trail keeps going this way, so we're headed on the trail. So here's our recommendation. And we are hiking in the morning, which is important to do before it gets really hot. And we stop when we see shade and take a drink. And so you come around the corner.
This is cool, but wow.
So you come around the corner and you see the arch.
Yeah, I'm going to take it sideways.
So we're going to walk right up to the arch here, and we're going to take a picture. And then we're going to continue. The trail will continue right through the Broken Arch. And then we're going to head back down on that part of the trail.
Okay, so I'll go off this way and scout a little bit and see if it's better. It's a little steep as you get to the bottom there.
Yeah. But it said specifically go through the arch.
Oh, that's true. So go through it. Okay.
So I think I see the trail on the other side of the rocks. So we have to kind of go down.
I mean, if you go down there,
around.
that's steep.
So Ron is going to go first. Haha.
Haha.
And we have him on
I'm
camera.
going that way.
So we're going
Down in that through the
to
gully.
down in the gully.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Well, it gives you something that you can put your hands on if you want to.
All right. Ron's going to scout it out for us. And there is Broken Arch from below after you scramble through it. There is a way to walk around it, but you have to go a little further. So after we checked out the Broken Arch, we came up to the path that took us back to the campground, but we're going to take the spur that takes us to the Sandstone Arch. It doesn't look like it's that much of a hike. Now we do have to hike it back, but it's flat and there's a breeze. So here we are coming up to Sandstone Arch, the last part of our hike today. And everybody says it's worth it and it's cool. We're looking forward to the shade. You're going to see a lot more people because you can park right here and walk just a few hundred yards to see the arch. So people who are not doing the hiking still have access to see a lot of the beautiful arches here in Arches National Park. So you walk through this crevice. So here we're going to hike right through to get to the Sandstone Arch.
A little slippery, but not bad. It's a great morning. Oh, wow.
Indiana Jones.
Yes, that's right.
I love that. We're going to see that.
That's right.
Here we are. So this is the way back to the campground. So we are on the last part of our hike for the day, and we had to come up this pathway. I do remember now reading that you had to do a little scramble on this part of the hike, but we met some people coming down from the campground, so this is the way. You just got to go up, and every once in a while you see a little pile of rocks to keep you on the trail.
I'll film this later.
I think once we get up this little rock face, we're going to be in good shape. So here we go. We're going to try and see where we end up on the rock face. I would probably go
I'm going that way.
that way, to the right. So we're going to try to the right. Oh yeah, this is easy. So we're going up these little steps. Much better than trying to go up the middle of the rock. And then once we get up here, it's easy stepping to a most amazing view. So here we go on the last little part of the trail. A little hard to follow. You got to make sure you're following the footprints of people who have come before. And here is the campground. So we are camped up there at campsite 31, and this trail comes out at campsite 51, which is just down the hill and around the loop. So we are back to semi-civilization. So we stopped along the road on our way to the windows to check out the Garden of Eden viewpoint. Beautiful rock formations. So this looks like one of the more popular trails. It's called the Windows Trail, and there are a bunch of arches along this trail. It is a 1 mile round trip trail. We're just going to go up to do part of it. The primitive part is a little bit harder, but this part is pretty easy. This is the famous arch that everybody comes to in the morning to take pictures of the sunrise through the arch. We did not get up early enough to do that, nor did we really want to fight the crowds, because from what we've heard, everybody's trying to get the perfect picture, and it's such a short window of time to get it. One of the reasons this is the most popular is it's closest to the visitor center.
Yeah, we'll stop right up here.
So this is the north window arch. We're going to go up here and see what can we see from up at the top. Besides a lot of people. But you know, you can't take a bad picture here because the scenery, every which way you look, is just wonderful. Who knew the desert would be this beautiful? So this way takes us to the south window. And there is South Arch. Or the south window. Just left the south window part of the trail, and then this will take us to the turret arch and back to the parking lot. So Mike and Liz are going to very bravely stay here in the shade and take our photo when we get up here in the arch. If you take this to the right, you go into the parking lot, and if you go to the left, we can go up to the arch. But let's go this way.
Okay, whatever you like.
So we're going to head down this way where these people came from.
Yeah, that's probably where we are.
We're going to go this way. A little less challenging. So Ron and I are going to scramble over these rocks. We're very thankful that we can still scramble. But we're going to scramble up here to see what's on the other side of this beautiful arch window. So we're going to come up here to see what's on the other side. And more rocks.
More rocks.
I came up this way.
Okay.
You guys are a little more limber than we are.
This is only our first time, so wait till later.
Oh, in flip-flops. In flip-flops, nonetheless. We're impressed.
Living on the edge.
So this is the Double Arch Trail. It's a fairly flat and easy trail. There are two huge arches up here that are connected at one corner. This is 0.6 miles round trip, and the elevation change is only 30 feet. So when you're hiking here at Arches, there are two different kinds of experiences you can have. The experience we're having today is the tourist area, the most popular places, the easily accessed places where everybody comes because this is what they want to see. What we did yesterday was at the campground end of the road, which was a little less accessible. It was more of a rugged trail and just as beautiful of Arches, but we had the whole trail to ourselves for most of the trail. So it depends upon what you're able to do. It depends upon what you want to do, or do both. One of the good things about the hiking here at Arches is that they rate the trails, and they're very good about telling you what you can expect on the trails. If they're easy, moderately easy, if they're hard, if they're paved. It tells you what your elevation climb is, how long it's expected to take. So they give you plenty of information trying to keep you safe. I think one of the things that people underestimate here at Arches is that it is desert and it is barren. So you're not going to find shade when you need to sit and rest a minute on the trail. A lot of these trails are very exposed. You going to climb up?
I'll go up at least as far as the shade.
Here we were up at Double Arch, and now we're going to head back down the same way we came up. This really is helpful if you're very good at rock scrambling.
Can you go this way?
Yeah, I'm going to go this way. And having a hiking pole is super helpful. And knowing your limitations is key. When we were talking to the ranger, there was somebody that they had to take out of a trail by helicopter because they got out on the trail and couldn't do it.
Now you realize, Sandy, that you are now in the spot that our badge is taken from.
Oh, cool.
Less 20 people.
So we stopped here to go to the Delicate Arch viewpoint. The Delicate Arch Trail is an 8-mile trail. It's rated very difficult, so we opted to take the Viewpoint Trail instead. There are two parts to the Viewpoint Trail. The lower part is a short 200 feet long trail. If you want to go to the upper trail, it's a little bit longer. The upper viewpoint is a 1-mile round trip.